talk today is I want to continue what I left off in the previous two sessions. I don't know many of you know what Bhuta is. Can you raise your hand if you don't know what Bhuta is? Okay. We have 5 of them. These Bhutas are sky, air, fire, water and earth. We call it Panchabhutas. There are no names in English apart from Panchabhutas. We talk about in English, they talk about all these 5 as elements or something, but not gives the name as a group. And our Sharanas have given the names, and even before that, our saints have given these names to these 5. And they are the basis for everything that we see, that we don't see, including ourselves. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. How come? Previously I was told about the universe, how the universe came into existence. And we call that Brahmanda. The reason we call Brahmanda, because Brahma made it. And there are 2 kinds of universe. One is Brahmanda, another is Pindanda. What is Pindanda? That is the birth of the humans and all the animals. And how did they create it? Previously I have told that each earth has 25 qualities, which is sparsha, shabda, sparsha, and fire is form, water is lumping, and hardship. And together they come to 25, because each of them have 5 characteristics. And based on these 25, the human body hair is created by the sky properties. And they say there are something like 80 million hair on the body, according to the book. I didn't count it, but if somebody wants to count it, please go ahead. And the nerves came from the air. No, I'm sorry. The hair, nerves, skin, flesh, and bones. These 5 are made from the properties of the earth. The reason is they have the property called hardship. They are harder. For example, flesh is also has some qualities of hardness. Nerves, you can bend it, but it also have hardness. Similarly, the water, which has 20 qualities, the blood, semen, sweat, urine, and mucus. These are 5 made from the qualities of or properties of the water. The fire had made sangha, that is association, laziness, sleep, thirst, and hunger. These 5, for example, if somebody is very hungry, you will have fire in your stomach. So it is the property of the fire. Similarly, thirst. You feel some kind of a pain in your throat and you want to drink some water or something related to water. Sweat is the same thing. When you are hot, you comes out of it. Semen and blood, they are liquid, they are in the body. I'm sorry, sangha and laziness. When you eat too much, it becomes laziness, and sangha is you want to be with people. From the air, leaving, uniting, appearing, jumping, and wandering. So this is all movement related to air. And from the sky, affection, shyness, fear, hate, and desire. These are the things created from the Panchabhutas in the human body. Then they call it Panchikrutis, which is again creation from the Panchabhutas. Earth mixing with these five created Chitta, Pranavayu, nose, smell, and extremities. That is from earth mixing with the other five. Water mixing with the five Panchabhutas created Buddhi, Apanavayu, tongue, taste, and genital organs. Fire mixing with the five, Ahankara, Vayu, Vyanavayu, eyes, forum, and legs. Sky created Jnana, Samanavayu, ears, sound, and voice. I'm just giving what is created Panchikrutis of the Panchabhutas. But there is a reason behind them how they are related to the Panchabhutas. For example, there are 10 types of air. Without air, you cannot move. And this air in the body, and they give names depending upon the type of work it does. For Pranavayu, they call it, it is what we do, take intake and from the nose, and it is in the heart. Similarly, others are in the palms, legs, extremities, which function, which I will mention it. But before that, I want to go one more thing called Pancha Rushikas. I talked about Panchakrutis, which is the thing. Pancha Rushikas are the body, how the body, the sense organs, ears, skin, eyes, tongue, and nose. These are the Panchabhutas. Without ears, you cannot hear. That is the property of the sky. Without skin, you cannot feel it. That is the property of the air. Without eyes, you cannot see forum. So it's the property of fire. Without tongue, you cannot taste. So it is the property of water. And without nose, you cannot smell. Without this, the gandha is the property of earth. And the masters for them is Atma, Chandra, Sun, Varuna, and Ashwini, and it goes like that. I have to tell you a story with this, which I heard this morning. There was a king, and he gets suspicious that everyone has Atma in you, God in yourself, each person. But what does he do? So he didn't know. He had a doubt that everybody has the God in them, but what does he do? So he posed the question, and one of the child, a 10-year-old child, he said, I can prove to you what he does. So he said that the king was sitting on a chair on a dais, and he said, okay, prove to me. Can you come down for a minute? So the king says, yes, okay, I'll come down. And he took a chair with the audience, and the kid says, can I sit on your chair? He says, yes, you can go. So he sat down. That's what he did. The Atma made the king a servant and a boy to be the king. So he is functioning all the time. This kind of stories are very important to teach our children about our religious beliefs, which is full of knowledge. And if we don't teach, we will lose them. So, if you have a book like Panchatantra, Tenali Ramakrishna, Birbal stories, they are full of knowledge. And I strongly recommend to buy some of those things and let them read it. Okay? One of the stories I remember is, people sleep where there are bounds. If snakes popping in and out, it's hard to sleep. That is one of the things from the Panchatantra. So it's beautifully written. Take time to Basavannas. We have three people: Basavanna, Channa Basavanna, and Jangama Allama Prabhu. And Jangama Allama Prabhu's vachanas are hard to understand because they are like a riddle. But the books are available, you can read them, and not only you can find peace in yourselves by reading that. Channa Basavanna, I have not come across many, but whatever he has written, small things, and they are much more intelligent. He is considered as the Ishvara, and I recommend all three, plus other Sharanas too. And if any of you interested, I have many books I can spare to you people so that you can. Thank you very much.